Thank you for the day, God. Thank you for the serenity to accept the things I couldn't change, the courage to change the things that I could, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you. Amen. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, all you mother cluckers. Let's make today a good day.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land under the fray, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. This land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the home of the
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Thursday afternoon. Well, midday, evening, wherever it's working for you on this ball of dirt. But it's Cash Thursday, so it's a good Thursday. So I missed a target the other day when I posted about Cash's confirmation. That was, I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name, but it was a different kind of vote. Cloture vote. Anyway, today, though, is the day. So, according to the Oklahoma senator, today here and just shortly will become the vote. So, I figured I'd just get on. I'll share that with you. But in the meantime, let me just say, what do we got? We got Afternoon Billy, Scat Pack, Kiss Off, Metal Spawn, PJ, Blackbird, Wait, I seen, oh, there's D. I'm scrolling, I'm moving along. Rabid Coyote. What's up, sir? Tiger. Afternoon, ma'am. Crazy Hillbilly. Wild Dragon. Woot woot. Camo Carl. Wolverines. So, hey, I don't know, man. We just got to do this one. It's just the way it is. So, enjoy. It's Cash Thursday. What's up?
You fucker! You laughed, you mocked, you shut us down. Call us names, tried to run us out. You pushed too hard, took too much. Now you're the ones who've lost their touch. You rigged the game, you changed the rules. Gaslit the world, played us for fools. But tides have turned, the storm is near. Cry all you want, we're still here. Faithful, fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful, the silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground. Censorship, lockdowns, all your control. Built your throne on a house of gold. Now you panic, now you cry. Tears don't work, truth don't lie. The games are done, the mask fell off. No more lies, we've had enough. You played with fire, now taste the flame. This time, we're naming names. Faithful, fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful, the silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground. You called us threats, you called us extreme, but we remember everything. From 24 and beyond, take your bets, 'cause guess what? We ain't done yet. Faithful, fuck around and find out. Your kingdom's crumbled, your luck ran out. Faithful, no more games, no more doubts. You lit the fire, now it's burning you down.
There you go. That's the link, Wild Dragon, to the video. And what's up, Share Bear? Anthony. Now, I was kind of talking to myself. You didn't want to hear that part, Tiger. I was kind of insulting myself, so I kind of clicked on some wrong shit, and I was like, go jump back and redo that again. I gotta say, man, I totally dig that video. I just that song. It's like I totally dig it. It just works for me. What can I say? So what's up, everybody? Word, man, it's a cold mofo. It took forever this morning, boy. I went out there to get them damn water things, and they were so frozen solid. And I told her, going, I totally screwed up. I should have brought them in last night. Had to sit there and run some water all over them inside in the bathtub to finally get them to break loose. They were frozen solid. Boy, I mean to tell you. Hey, what's up, Mitch? Winter chicken dinner. Shit. Damn, this chair's damn unlevel floor. I keep rolling. The missus said down in the town that there was apparently, I guess they must have had some misty that turned into some little snow sleet stuff for a minute. Nothing out here, just cold, bone chilling, wind cutting cold. Are we doing it right now? Oh no, they're still talking shit. I've got it up. As soon as they go to starting the votes, I figured I'll share that screen. We can watch it go down. I will say, oh, by the way, let me share this. I'll go ahead and get the link ready. Kiss off. Shared this with me. And it's the Doge Live Tracker. Now, my 2 cents on the thing, this isn't the government one. I'm not saying it's not accurate. I'm saying it's cool to follow. Just keep in mind, this isn't the .gov one. So you want the Doge.gov. You want the, that's, but this is kind of a cooler little layout and kind of shows you in general terms so far. And so here's the link for that if anybody's interested. TJ Cat. Afternoon, man. Good to see you. They voted to stop debate. Yeah, well, it passed. Or to continue on with it passed, and now they're in this little lullway where all of the little Dems are getting up there and they're whining. Oh no, I'm just watching the floor proceedings on the Senate. So I don't know which vote you might be talking about. This is the actual floor proceedings, so that's all I was talking about. And they're just,
end quote.
they're saying why not to vote
mere
for
hours later, the administration forced out 8 of the Bureau's most senior, nonpartisan public servants who oversaw national security, criminal, and cyber matters. 1 day later, an email was...
Yeah, right now they're whining on why they shouldn't vote. And I don't know, even according to Senator out of Oklahoma, I'm just going off of what I've heard from the actual location. Like right now, I'm just watching the floor proceedings of what's actually coming from the camera on the ceiling. I get it. I will say that there was a vote done, and I actually kind of went with, oh, wow, he passed, only to find out that that wasn't the Senate vote. And so I kind of retracted it on my community post that I did and kind of put it. Then Senator, what is his name? Mark something out of Oklahoma. He posted this morning that at 1:45, I think is what he said, Eastern time, is when the vote for Kash was going to go down. So then I started thinking about going live to do that and watched into the floor settings, watched them do the little bypass, close out the talking about it. And then, so I don't know. Hey, man, if he's already voted in, cool for me. I'm just waiting to see it. So I'm just waiting to share it. So any remote viewers that already saw it, any that went, that's cool. I was just waiting to kind of get the confirmation and watch it go down. Waiting on Kash Patel, Loretta. That's who I was watching. Kash Thursday. That's why I called it Kash Thursday. See, I saw the vote they did 20 minutes ago, but that had to do with the cloture or whatever it was, Rabbit said. And it was to, stop the debate stuff. Yeah, see, I was watching the Mitch McConnell retirement thing. That voted yes was to close down the debate. They haven't actually had the Senate vote yet. Hey, just stick with me. We'll hang out. We'll have fun. We'll laugh. We'll joke. And you know what? If I'm wrong, you can fuck with me hard over that and go, what a dumbass you were, Rescue. And then we'll just go laughing and we'll joke off the rest of the day and we'll still have a good Thursday. So it's all good. Yeah, I'm literally watching. I mean, here, I'll share the link to literally show you. I mean, that's what I'm literally watching is the .gov foresight. Because I kind of got pulled in yesterday. I think it was yesterday or day before. Where I kind of got pulled in with that whole 48-45 vote. Well, look, he got in. And then I was kind of like, I will say it always struck me funny how it was just 48. And it's like, well, did they just kind of concede because they knew they couldn't get to 51 then? Or, but then somebody on my post chimed in going, that wasn't the one. And so I was like, wow, really? So I went back. Sure enough, it was one of those cloture type votes. So I was like, okay, correct myself, asterisk, stand correct. But then this morning was different because then it was the senator out of Oklahoma flat out said that this is when they're calling for it. I went to look and I'm listening to them and they're like, yeah, we're closing down the debate. We're fixing to do the vote. Oh, well, hey, let's go live and watch it. Because, man, matter of fact, I could rewind it and let y'all hear the Dick Durbin one. Son, you want to talk about when you hear a criminal whining because they're busted and they know the shit's fixing to come out? Dude, you can hear the crawfishing in them. They're scared to death. That's a 10-year tenure in that position. And this is the yeah. I think, you know, I'm not going to say he's perfect, Miss Loretta, but I will say I think he's got the Constitution in mind. And look, her coughing ass. I tell you what, I'm going to hide him on the stream for now. I'll bring them back if they go to stop talking. I think he's got the Constitution in mind. I think that he's witnessed, you know, he's witnessed the bullshit. And so what better to send in than somebody that's aware of the snakes in the grass? You know, I think it's gonna. I think I think we might get some accountability. Hey, Roni. Afternoon. Or I guess it's called voted out of office. Hey, man, I would just recommend anybody, you know, if you think your senator or stuff is in doubt, start calling that office, email that office, bug that office, tell them bullshit, you confirm. I do think that it's It's kind of like, I don't know. It's like in some big plants and in some industrial spots, there's a series of power up series that you have to do to get the whole thing up and running. To me, we've been having these big switches flipped, and he's one of those, you know, that I think is going to be one of those big switches, kind of like when, Trump come in, the border gets slowing down. Musk comes in, the fraud starts getting exposed. Tom Homan comes in, they start rounding up. So it's like a series. And I think when he comes in, I think it's kind of like that creme de la creme sprinkle on top, because that's the FBI. That's the very people that sat on the laptop. That's the very people that spied on praying people. These are the people that literally went after, the parents. So this is, when you think of the previous 4 years, this was one of their arms that they used. So all of a sudden, if that turns into the constitutional side, then hopefully there's accountability. That's what I go for. Oh yeah, Garrett. She's still babbling on. There it is. She's still babbling on. And by the way, what's up, Garrett? Hopefully he's the last button that needs to be pushed to make the entire, I'm kind of thinking that it's because the OMB, which is the Office of Management and Budget or something like that. I don't know. I realize that that's apparently a key role that you just never hear about. So that position's done. You got the Homeland Security. You've got the CIA director. You've got your ICE director. I'm guessing he's kind of looking like this ought to be the final nail in the coffin, son, as they might say on a Gunsmoke series. Oh, I know. J6. They just really, when Dick Durbin was talking, I'm thinking, damn, dude, you're just lucky I'm not into all this video bullshit right now, because I would be like butchering your shit up left and right. Talk about attacking people, going after, and it's like, I'm sorry, did you want to see some footage? Oh, you didn't want to see the people that changed in the room out of their shit into the MAGA attire to come out there and open the door. Is that the film footage you were talking about, showing this? Oh yeah. Lying pricks. Let's see if I did that, and if I did that, I could do that. Oh yeah, Tiger. Matter of fact, let's see, will it let me share that one too? Let's check that one again. Yeah, I can share that one too. Okay, so let's go look and see if we can find. So here's, well, we all know the U.S. aid, that's 5.23 billion so far. Department of Education, 501.94 million so far. Social Security Administration, 232.32 million so far. General Services Administration, 197.79 million so far. Department of Agriculture, now there's you a kicker, right? 173.08 million so far. And it's like, well, that's funny, because all you've done was shut down our farmers. You haven't, so where'd all that money went to shut down our farmers? Pricks. That's the categories. Vendors cut. I was wondering if we could look up and see that one from that they found, but oh, and by the way, this thing is done by this poly market prediction type thing is where the predictions come from. Oh, look, we can do the X post. What's that? According to X post, it's 51.58 so far, but under official, it goes up to 55 billion. Well, alrighty then. I don't know. This is where I'm talking about. You go see that right there, Doge.gov. This is where, because they're just kind of giving you a cooler layout. But then just, you always want to look for the legitimate source. And that's it right there. Hell yeah. Let's see who's mouthing now. Oh my God, I can't stand that chick. That's the Hiroshima chick out of, what is she, out of Hawaii, I think. Yeah, that chick, man, that's all they do. You know, that's every time they open their mouth, it's just Orange Man bad. J6, Orange Man bad. J6, it's like, holy crap, dude, would somebody slap that record player so it'll start playing a different tune or what? Oh yeah, she's batshit crazy.
Attorney General Bondi recently announced the creation of a, quote, weaponization working group, end quote, only continues this trend. Through this working group, she is doing what she told us she would not do in her confirmation hearings.
God, you just want to scream over her going, we're coming for you. They wouldn't worry if they didn't break the law. You know, if it was just an opinion that was wrong, but they broke the law and they know it. And it's just like, man, you don't want no accountability coming. Here, I can put this in. And if anybody wants to come up and shoot the shit and wait for the nomination to fire off. Although I might take a quick break. Well, and you know what? I got to do it again, man. I just feel like hearing that again. So sorry, man. It's just, you know, this is what happens when you stumble across these batshit crazy YouTube channels. We just do batshit crazy stuff. But, man, hey, I just got to do it again. You know what I'm saying? It's Cash Thursday, people. Smile. Get your refreshments. I got to hear it again. We just got to do it again. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Okay, something went wrong. Why did my mute thingy? Oh, it was damn well muted. And it's like, well, that's about some batshit crazy stuff. So if it's muted and I share it, then I can't unmute it until I unshare it. Man, everybody wants to grab a hold of everything, don't they? Carl, I'm going to mute you, but I'm going to bring you on screen. Or I think I'm going to. I don't know. I'm going to show you on screen, but we fixing the jam. So hopefully it doesn't feed back.
You fucker! You laughed, you mocked, you shut us down. Call us games are done. The mask fell off. No more lies. We've had enough. You played with fire. Now taste the flame. This time we're naming names. Faithful. Fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful, the silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground. You called us threats, you called us extreme, but we remember everything. From 24 and beyond, take your bets. Cause guess what? We ain't done yet. Faithful, fuck around and find out. Your kingdom's crumbled, your luck ran out. Faithful, no more games, no more doubts. You lit the fire, now it's burning you down.
What's up, Carl?
What's shaking, brother?
Oh, it's all good in the hood. What's up, Mr. William Pilgrim? Afternoon. Cash in Thursday. Waiting on that confirmation.
Yeah, it sure seems like he's headed to being in. I mean,
It's looking that way.
Everybody else got in.
I don't know. I know that's, yeah. Well, this is one scary position, though, because this is the Federal Bureau of Investigation. So basically, all the shit that they unleashed on everybody else can now come back to bite them in the ass. Oh, look, here's Mr. Dipshit shit himself.
Theorist, January 6 denier, MAGA sycophant, and political provocateur will be FBI director. The absurdity of it,
Oh my
the
God.
destructive consequences of it. And it's worth asking today, how did we get here to such an extreme point?
Fucking
To
crooks
this
like you,
moment when
homeboy.
someone
Crooks
so
like you. That's how we
patently-
got here. Crooks like you. We're not giving him no airtime. We'll wait till somebody important comes on. Dude, I see now there's a classic example. Oh, hold on. I forgot I'm still sitting behind my little logo thingy. That's the problem with people not being involved in their local politics. People in the district that little slimy reptilian piece of shit comes from, see, they could recall his ass. They could get him out if that collective district where he comes from a concentrated area. It's not, he doesn't come from the country. He comes from a concentrated area of people, and that concentrated area of people need to get together and get that piece of shit. But
They're
hopefully,
a lot of them were probably bought out.
well, it's probably one of the more, I don't know, it's out of California, but I bet it's one of those districts that has the corporates in it. So they get the corporate kind of control in that, and that kind of gives them that gives them play then. Then all of a sudden they can, plus it is California. Aren't they still counting votes from the presidential election?
Bro, what you mean 2020?
Right. I mean, it's just, but hopefully, see, when accountability comes in, you don't get to stand behind the podium from jail, homeboy.
Well, it's pretty obvious with all the people that are standing up and going against this movement. All right. They're making themselves look pretty bad. I mean, if the American people are getting ripped off and have been getting ripped off for who knows how long, why would they be against that unless they are implicated in the crimes? You know, this a lot of people are expecting accountability, and I think it's finally going to happen, beyond just firing, or, forcing people to step down or whatever. It's getting pretty good, man. It's certainly all moving in one direction, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's a positive side, and I think there is more of the positive than there is of the negative. It's just that you're going to hear the negative because that fits the media and that whole side's narrative. So anything that's negative against what's going down, they'll promote that. That's going to feed into the algorithm. Every algorithm's going to feed into that because that's just the nature of where we're at. Dude, remember, don't forget, there's people that drive a car with a mask on their face to this day. So there's people out there that are just so brain jacked that so there's that. I just don't think that's as big a crowd anymore. I think there is more people going, wait a minute, you spent money where? You did what? And now that more is coming out with Social Security, see, it's fixing to take that whole threat that they've always used. They always want to say, oh, they're going after Social Security. They're fixing to expose so much. It's like, yeah, see, actually, Social Security is not in jeopardy.
Well, kind of, I've been, all right. What I suspected for a long time is that our own government was our enemy. All right. Like, they've weaponized our own money against us to use. It's worse than taxation without representation. I think you've heard me say this. They take our tax money and use it against us and give it away to other countries and illegals and all this stuff. And everything that they seem to have done was like against us. That's why that Make America Great thing, that it only makes fucking sense, man. It's only fucking logical. We've been getting railroaded for fucking decades, like Blackbird says, So anybody who's against this movement is against us.
Well, or they're self-absorbed in it. See, it's self-serving. And I think that's the more comfortable we got as a country, we allowed that whole political theater to create their own little world. And in doing so, nobody ever really paid attention to going, well, wait a minute, where do you guys get paid from? It was just one of those things. Oh, that's the government. Oh, that's the government. And it's just, I think now that the things are being laid out right in front of everybody, now people are starting to connect the dots that every time that they open their mouth about buying something, starting something, any money involved comes from the taxpayer. And I think we just got so comfortable, man, because we have so much accessories. We have so much comfort that it's just, we lost sight of the ball. We got busy chowing down on the corn dogs and the beer and pretzels and shit coming down the stands and joking with the vendor.
They gave all that fucking money away while our veterans who fought and lost limbs.
Hey, what's up, Miss Lisa? How are you?
Are fucking sitting around, are homeless in this country. Vets that can't even get the fucking medical help they need. But we're fucking giving this shit to illegals and shit. They've squandered everything.
Yep. Oh, they have. Well, they were allowed to run amok, and they ran amok. I mean, what keeps your banker in check at your bank? It's the law. The fear of going to jail. Oh, there was no accountability for them. We stopped holding them accountable. We wanted the representation if we were going to have the taxation. And so once it started going that way, people just stopped looking at the representation and let the representation represent themselves. And then all of a sudden we realized that they have created their own mafia. And now we want to do something about it. That's the way I view it anyway. They uncovered were Social Security payments. Oh, I love the 369-year-old person that was getting Social Security. It's like, how does the system even process that? That's like older than we are as a country.
Well, now you know why if they make $200,000 a year, they're all millionaires and live in mansions and got them all over the country and shit. Now you know why them motherfuckers are all millionaires on $200,000 salary.
Yeah, but see, it's like Bernie Sanders, dude. Bernie Sanders has been saying that, and he's had that whole little liberal side with all the like, yeah, well, these are wealthy elites, wee. But he was one So you look at the pollution amongst that. That's why people just lost sight of just going, hold on, wait a minute, dude. We do have the power. We don't have to listen to this. You're elected. I think we really just lost sight of the power of that vote. That's why we've really reached a pinnacle to where people even really tell you that it doesn't matter anymore. So we went from fighting for the right to do it to it don't even matter, man. I don't. That was the people that gave up.
They were deceived too, though, brother. They,
Yeah.
and bought out. And then
That's
some of them
true.
are just foreign agents altogether. I mean, it's like, whole
What's
lot
up,
of
Canadian? My northern brother from another mother. What's up, buddy?
I just think there's a whole lot of people that would like to have seen our country fall.
Oh, dude, from the day we got created, we've had a bullseye on our back. We sent ripples of disruption across the whole damn world. We changed the dynamic. I mean, there's been a target on our back ever since.
This is a weird thing. What's up, Sharon? I can't. Anybody else in the chat? I want to just say a universal hello because I'm on what's this one called? Stream Labs. It's completely different, folks.
Need to train the chickens to feed the rabbits and give all of them water. Hey, if you pull that off, Tiger, let me know. I'm sending my chickens to you.
You know, in an intelligence agency like the FBI, I'm going to say some prayers for that guy because I could see him being killed. You know, historically, that's what they do to good guys. And Kash Patel is getting ready to walk into one of probably the most corrupt fucking agency of them all. I think his life's in danger, what he's doing. I hope he's got people around him that protect him and everything, because if he gets in there, boy, he's going to find a mess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he's corrupt enough for
Hey, Miss
their
Bonnie.
organization.
Anything we are letting the government do is giving consent. It doesn't do any good to blame. We have to be the change. Well, people, you got to get involved. I mean, you got to go down and pay. Who is your representative? How do they vote? You know, like if you're involved in your area, do you know how your taxes run? Do you get to vote on that person that does that? You know, find out what says you got in your area.
I've never seen
get
people
involved.
I've never seen people so enlightened to that whole operation. You know what I'm saying? I see people that are becoming involved, right down to like, the school level, local levels. People are stepping up. After all this bullshit, not to mention they touched everybody's wallet during all this shit. That's a hell of a way to get a population motivated, is to fuck with their money,
Well, it's finally that if we get the transparency, once you can see where it actually goes, that's because up until then, it's just been all just political banner, oh, they're going to just spend more money and, oh, they're going to do this. And that's why everybody just got lost in the big gray area and start kind of going, yeah, okay, you just say the same thing. Both of y'all say the same shit, whatever, and that whatever part. But now all of a sudden there's shit that comes out going, by the way, we're paying for this. Hell, here, we paid for Wuhan to fuck around with gain of function so that then we ended up with COVID. How you like that shit? Our own tax dollars jacked our ass.
And to be honest, 5 years ago, there were those in certain platforms behind, in the uncensored areas, people were saying, some people thought this all along, dude, that we were funding those very labs that did that to us.
Well, yeah, there was just no way to get access to the proof. So it just becomes talk. Well, now there's actual access to the proof. And I will say, Tiger, I like Josh Hawley. I really do. I will say I want to watch what he does because he's kind of borderline enthusiastic with the war shit too, because he's kind of like, I don't know. I'm waiting to see how he does now that they're starting. Trump's pushing in on that Russia-Ukraine thing. I'm waiting to see how he kind of comes down with it. If he's going to jump in that, look, we need to stop with all this shit, or if he's going to be one of that, kind of like the Lindsey Graham type thing where they start coming in going, yeah, we need to stop the war, but then we need to supply them with, millions of shit in case it ever happens again.
I don't think that's going to happen. Look at the way Zelensky's fucking melting down right now. I think something good is going to come from this soon. We're going to get good news on that front.
But I do like Josh Hawley. Other than it's just been here lately, it's just like kind of weird. And I was like, And yeah, this Zelensky dude, this is classic shit to me, dude. He's gonna freak out even more. This dude had no ties to politics. He was just like a comedian, dude. He just did like stage shit. He wasn't into politics.
Yeah,
they snatched him and put him into this. Well, he's run this little show, and it's like, oh, okay, this is cool. Now all of a sudden, and then because, dude, you can just tell how ignorant. So he goes and he starts to trash talk Trump now. So, and it's like, wait a minute. So you haven't been paying attention at all because apparently you haven't picked up on Trump's not the dude you jack with and then come ask for favors. He doesn't work that way.
No, to me, I've seen his background. He's got some weird shit in his acting career and stuff. But to me, he looks like an operative that they placed into like these acting gigs and stuff. And then like they groomed him to be where he is now because they just like fucking put him there, Well,
it took a lot of grooming to train somebody to slap their pecker on a damn piano table with another dude, I got to say.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. I don't want to know nothing about that. Holy shit.
That came out as soon as he got elected. That came out. I think Steve Crowder showed that. He brought that out going, look at this old footage of him. And yeah, they got their arms up in the air like this. And that's what they're literally playing a tune on a piano. It's America Talent kind of thing, So there's an audience and there's the piano. They got their pants down around their ankles and their arms are in the air. And they're literally jumping up and down to slap the keys to play this song. Swear to God, look it up.
I don't want to look it up. I just take your word for it. All right. There's certain things you should know never to look for.
Pennsylvania is set to open up 6 huge factories that are being built right now. Oh, I know. Ohio. That's what I was talking about yesterday with Ohio, man. If I was moving around better and I was thinking about moving, I might even contemplate Ohio because with that Andrew opening up his factory up there, that little old young dude looks like he's going to be rock solid. He's all about protecting this country. And that's the same kid who developed the Oculus. What's up, Tactical Muffin Top? Afternoon, sir.
You mean like the Oculus on that movie from 1984, The Beastmaster? Like that kind of Oculus?
No, the Oculus is in the virtual reality headsets that sold millions upon millions that all this metaverse and all this virtual reality is based off of.
Yeah, I don't, I'm in reality, not virtual reality. I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, yeah, dude. That dude's like what was he, like 14 or 15 years old in his mom's basement, and he invented the Oculus, developed the company, went over to China, set up a factory, a business, started producing millions of them, ended up coming back over here, going to work for Facebook with the whole metaverse and stuff, and then ended up getting bought out by Facebook by $2 billion. And then he took that $2 billion and he decided, this doesn't make any sense that our Department of Defense only relies on 5 contractors. We need to get in. So he's got all kinds of drone AI stuff, subs that deliver stuff, autonomous subs, he's got autonomous wingmen that go along with the F-35s. Dude, and that's badass. What's up, D-Do?
I had a subscription to 4 magazines growing up, like 20-year-long subscriptions, and 2 of them were Popular Science and Popular Mechanics. So all through the 70s and the 80s, I got every one. And all this stuff was ramped up. Back then, none of this stuff is new, man. They're just actually got to the point to where they're showing us. Right? You know, it's like
Actually, they sell those Canadian.
they've had all these things for a long time. And I've heard it said that like the military is always like 30 years ahead of us in technology. You know, so in 30 years we're going to find out what the technology is they have now. You know, I don't know how accurate that is, but they've
We're no. You can listen to the
brainstormed.
latest stuff now. We're on cutting edge stuff. Like as in, that's what that young dude's big push is. Is he goes, look, I've been to China. He said they're not all far behind. This is going to be on. This is leading edge stuff. We've reached the level to where it's on. Who develops it? Who develops the biggest version of it until the next thing comes along? That's the game that's being played now. It's literally technology by technology is the way he puts it. Here you go, D-Dope. I'll put it in chat. Swing. Oh my God, here's this other retard. I don't know. Y'all ever listen to this retard? This dude really drives me crazy.
They were a political terrorist, in his view.
This is what if you needed if they ever did virtual dictionary stuff where you could go look at a visual of the definition.
And of course,
under fucking Weiner, they would have his video clip under Weiner. This dude doesn't know how to do anything but whine.
You can't then expect judges not to pay attention when you come before them.
Still got to talk about Donald Trump. Donald Trump.
I probably would have only made it that long into listening to him before I did what you just did. I don't think I ever listened to a full Kamala or Biden speech through this whole fucking ordeal. I can't get through that shit. I wait to hear what somebody says about him in a lot of cases because I just can't fucking listen to it.
Oh yeah, you know, it's bad enough, like listening to just like political debate, you know, in general, that's bad enough. But they have reached, dude, they don't even begin. All they do is repeat the same regurgitated shit. Hell, half the time they say the shit that's already even been debunked internationally. Like the whole rest of the world knows this has all been debunked, but they just say it, you know? And it's like, this, man, I'm telling you, this is our year. Hopefully this changes the channel on the flipping ass TV. We need something else to watch.
Yeah.
And I think it's good. I think this is going to be, I don't know. I'm stoked. I think this is going to be a positive thing. I think I hope that the momentum that put him in stays involved and starts weeding on down in the local levels and start going, yeah, wait a minute. You know, if they've been doing that, well, what have you been doing with our money here in our town and our, you know, this federal shit. And I loved it actually I saw a clip from that Sean Hannity. God, I despise that guy. When he opens his mouth, as a matter of fact, most clips, if I watch from his show, I literally start it. And anytime he talks, I just fast forward until I see him stop and it go towards Trump. And then I listen. And if if he was already talking, then I back up just a little. I try to avoid as much of that dude as I can. But he was even talking about how, you know, most states are so jacked up there are some states that have their shit together. And I loved how he brought up Texas. We got a depository, man. We got surplus. That's why we're on the verge of our own currency. Florida's been holding their shit pretty good. He mentioned a couple of states, and I thought, see, that's what it is. Uh-oh. I want to say maybe fired their DEI head person. Oh, I guess it's Garrett, something about a Starbucks laying off. I don't know. I hope most of these companies get rid of that DEI shit. Did you get the link, D-Dog? Or did I need to? I don't.
I don't know about Starbucks, man. I went in there once, asked for a black coffee, and they looked at me like I was an alien. Well, it's a fucking coffee shop. You don't have fucking regular coffee? I don't want none of that fucking shit. I want a fucking coffee. Not. It was $7 fucking for a cup of regular coffee there.
Man, you know, my experience at Starbucks is I need a Venti Mocha Frappuccino double blended, no whip. Thanks. Here's your money. Have a nice day. Peace.
Man,
And I ride off. There's my experience.
You got to write that down for me. I'm not going to remember that.
No, I had a friend help me memorize that because the first time I tried a Starbucks, that's what it was. And I was like, oh, that's not bad. Little liquid dessert. You know, do a bowl and then, hey, get this little sweet little refresher dessert. That's cool. And I said, what the hell was that called? And he would tell me. And so one day I was
like
going,
a $20 bill is what it sounds like to me.
I was on my way to school. That's back when I was getting my networking degree, and I'm riding along and I thought, man, you know what? I'm going to go by that Starbucks. Well, I had to call him and I said, what was that shit you called that? So he told me. I had to memorize it. So that's become the only thing I know about Starbucks is a Venti Mocha Frappuccino double blended, no whip.
Yeah, that sounds expensive, man. What is that, like $20 a cup?
Nah, well, it might be now. I don't know. I ain't been in 10 years, but it's one of them sweet drinks.
Right here on the corner, man. These guys right here on the corner at the gas station, $1.50. I get a giant fucking cup of coffee, and however I like it, man, it's good. Better than anybody else's coffee.
I don't drink nobody else's coffee. If I have to, it's punishment, dude, because then I can't do the packet things, man. Them places that do the packets, it's like, no. I don't need some math calculation to tell me how I like my coffee. You need to put some damn grounds in that basket.
Yeah, black coffee is supposed to taste
straight
like
up,
coffee.
son. It's the only way to go.
Well, I put honey in it sometimes. Sometimes I put honey and milk in it. But you know, I don't really trust all that other shit they put in there.
I just don't. I don't know. I just didn't grow up. As a matter of fact, actually, I grew up drinking chicory.
Yeah, I drink my share of that too. I mean, I don't even mind it. It's not that bad. You know, it's better than no coffee.
Oh well, as a kid, my dad would go do some service work in plants over in Louisiana, and I'd ride with him, and we'd be stopping, and of course he'd be sitting around with them people from that plant, and they're all ordering coffee. Well, in Louisiana, you get dark or light coffee.
Dark.
And if you do light coffee, that's normal coffee. Dark coffee is chicory. Well, I did it, and they all joked, and that became just a challenge thing. I would drink that shit just to show them that, yeah, that's right, I can do this. All you big guys. So,
actually, metal spawn, it's a blue flower that's found commonly throughout the whole United States. Usually, I mean, it grows all over. I'm not saying it grows everywhere, but it grows all over in different regions. It's a blue flower, kind of looks like a blue daisy. All right, but make sure you know what it is before you go using them. Indians used it the same way. Prisons used to give the prisons here in Michigan. I don't know about everywhere else, but they used to. That's what they gave all the prisoners in prisons was chicory, not coffee. They gave them chicory instead. Same with the juvie.
So chicory is native to Africa, Asia, and Europe, and it was brought to the U.S. in the 18th century. Chicory, aka chicory coffee or New Orleans coffee, is a naturally caffeine-free root that's roasted and cut up into a form that's popularly used as a coffee substitute or addition. With a dark, sweet, slightly sweet, and rich flavor. I don't know who the hell typed that shit. They didn't ever drink that shit is all I can say. Whoever typed that shit, they're full of shit. See, they've lost my interest after that. It's like, dude, that's some bitter shit, son.
Yeah.
Ain't no slightly sweet to it. That's some bitter shit.
It ain't sweet unless you put something sweet in it.
Yeah. So yeah, and now they might have this whole fancy new blended way of doing it where they spray shit on it and it's no, but all I know is, so I'm gonna tell you now, 50 years ago, that was some bitter ass shit. And it came in a little sake cup.
Now,
Because that's how
Blackbird,
potent that shit was, dude. You'd have a coffee cup that was this big, and you got the dark, your coffee cup was that big, and you'd go, what? And then you take a sip and you go, ooh, yeah. And that's why you got the little cup.
and Blackbird calling anything weed other than marijuana is like calling us deplorable. Oh, everything they call weeds, even dandelions, they're full of uses. But they're flowers, man. It's flowers, plants, and trees. There's really no such thing as a weed. A weed is like calling us conspiracy theorists or something. It's a bad term, man. I really, they're just so they're all plants and flowers, man. They're not really something that's, unless of course it's like an invasive species, I suppose that, but they're still just plants or flowers. Weed is a bad name, isn't it?
Yeah. See, no, that's because, you have succumbed to being told that marijuana is weed. So now you hold that word in reverence in
Well, no,
association.
it's
When in
not.
reality, you need to
No, I
revere
mean
the word
it's like a
marijuana, and
slang.
weeds are just for the
No,
little tiny stuff that
don't
just
you
grows in
put me
the
there.
ditches.
Oh no, don't you put me there. I'm saying it's a slang term. Weed is also a flower, and I do call my buds flowers because I like just a flower, but yeah, it's a flowering plant. It is. A bud is actually a flower. Don't you get me
Weed
in
is
no
every
trouble
plant
with
that
Mary
isn't weed.
Jane. All right. I know I never talk shit about Mary Jane. I've been smoking this shit over 50 years now, Rescue. If it was that bad, you think I'd have had reefer madness by now, wouldn't you?
Man, I gotta say, I get a kick out of watching some of old commercials. And it's like, damn, man, listen to that shit. It's crazy.
You've ever seen Reefer Madness from 1937?
Oh yeah,
That
that's what I
movie?
mean. Is those old ones, and then they did that whole campaign throughout the 40s and the 50s, and oh my God, it just, and you just
Yeah.
go back and read, and you look at where we're at, and you look at that, and you go, that's why I find it ironic. There is no the plan, big, that we're being puppeted. We're slowly getting that way, but we haven't been, because you can just see how batshit crazy stuff has been. Dude, they put out the craziest shit. I love the look on their dude. They would make them eyes get real big and be like, yeah. And I'm like, who the hell does that? Where did you ever get the concept that people even act like that when they smoke weed? Cracks me up.
It ain't a gateway drug neither, because I don't like nothing else. I never took it. No, I'm right happy where I'm at.
That's a general term. Hell, anything you start using is a gateway drug if you continue to use drugs. That's the way that works. They just use that to attach it to that. Because if
Well, they
you've got
really
you've
use
got a reason
that.
that you're looking for some kind of substitution, and you're trying
Now,
to
rescue.
dumb
Now,
down your life
rescue.
in some way, whether it's through the
Yeah.
pills, the smoke, the
So
alcohol,
we
whatever it
grew
is.
up.
Anything you
We
start that track with, that journey is considered a gateway drug. They just don't want to say that because it dips into the shit that they like to use.
Rescue. We grew up where they literally used that terminology in TV shows when we were growing up.
Oh
That
yeah.
I mean, they literally would say it in a
And
TV
when you think about it,
sitcom.
alcohol is the gateway drug.
Well, hey, how about a weak mind is the gateway drug?
Did D-Dog just like leave chat or something?
Probably. Sometimes he just gets tired of us. I mean, it's
No, he
like
wanted the link.
I don't know. He gets a lot of. Sometimes he just gets calls out of the blue too and shit. So
Well, he told me to look at my phone, so I looked at my phone and he was the link, and so I put it in there. That's why I put it out there. I'll put it again.
he's like a superhero, man. He gets called off to save the world all the time in mid
Well,
stride.
I didn't know if he was expecting it to come through the text message on the phone, because I don't know. I ain't figured that part out with this phone and this talk studio thing.
He might not even be able to get up here, bro, because like back in the day.
Oh yeah, he's been up here.
All right, because they used to not let me on Streamlabs, and what was the other one? Zoom. They wouldn't let me use none of that shit. But suddenly I can do it.
Wow.
No explanation at all. Like maybe I got an update or something about it, but
Ah, okay. So yeah, he's on the phone then. Lisa said Bonnie was calling him, so that's what it is.
gee,
And D Dog, you know, he's old as dirt, so he can't really do too many things more than one at a time. So hey,
hey now, I'm older than both of you. Don't say that. That ain't right, man.
you're only as old as you feel, and you want to accept. If you want to accept the mentality that 70
That's,
years old is old, and then that's
no,
you
that's
just got that in
why I
your head.
say
See, that's
it.
where I feel. I feel like once you people that think because when you I don't know, I'm the Bible a lot, so you figure 120 years. That's what we were granted 120 year. And so why don't we ever think of that being like, man, when I get to be 100 years old? But when you think, man, people figure 60, 70, 80, oh, that's old, man. Oh, man, you're on the tap end out. And then why? Why you got to be on the
There
way
you
out?
did it again. There you did it again. I am 6 decades young. You get that? I'm 6 fucking decades young. I ain't old.
Hey, I thought about this morning. This was an old throwback. It was an old theater that used to be around about 30 years ago. Save some of them old cups.
Oh man, what was it? There used to be collectible cups like that. Uh,
Hell, I got one of the old ass Walmart cups back when old Sam around got the blue handle. You can't tell it used to have the kids playing around the side of it and have Walmart.
you
That's
know
all.
what I want? A cherry Coke slushy and a Kmart submarine sandwich. That's what I want right now.
I don't think I'll be old until I'm like 85. Hey, you won't be old until you think you're old. What's up, Savage?
Whatever, Blackbird. I don't listen to my body. My body listens to me, damn it.
I'm actually fixing to get me some exercise equipment and want to try to do me a little slab, and I'm gonna try to. It does. I can do my arms. I ain't worried about picking up because I can't do that. But what I wanted was one of the ones I can pull down. That way I can sit there and work my upper, but do it by picking my spine up instead of pushing it down. What's up, Navy vet?
So you'll be able to arm wrestle when I get down there.
Oh, I can do that now. Ain't nothing wrong with my arms.
That's the correct answer. Can't wait.
Ain't nothing wrong with the gun, son.
I
Oh my
actually
God, it's
do.
another weasel that's up there talking now.
That's the one competitive thing I've done all my life, really. You know, did a lot of that.
I'm not old. I'm vintage and antique.
Well, no, in like the automobile world, it's a vintage vehicle if it's 25 years old. If it's 50-year old, now it's an antique. But with the gun world, it's like $100 or 100 years before it's considered an antique weapon. It doesn't have to be registered or whatever. So it's kind of just depends on how you feel about it, you know. Vintage and antique are a different age range, though, in most things.
It's in a state of mind.
Well, you know, Blackbird, I noticed that like shoveling snow was a lot easier when I was young. I'll give you that. All right, it seems to take a bit of wind out of me now. So I don't like that shit. So I'm going to do more of it. All right, that's the way I feel about that shit. All right, I'm going to fight it the whole way.
I think we need to probably, and I don't know, maybe, well, it's different for everybody, but I think when we get older, maybe we ought to increase our protein that we put in, because then we're not producing. If we looked at it like as we get older, we're slowing down production of some things, then if we just like consume more natural stuff that would give us that, then that, because that's the way we were designed. We were designed for the natural stuff. So
I'm a meat eater, brother. I eat a lot of, if I don't eat meat in a day, I start craving it. So it's like, you know, right now I get a lot of protein. And I'm on a new kick, dude. I mean, I've had them in the past, but I'm fucking absolutely digging these fried peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Just like you do a grilled cheese, but with, I actually fry both sides of the bread and then make a peanut butter jelly on that. And that's a lot of protein in that kind of food. So I think I'm getting a good amount of protein.
there you go. Son of a gunner. Afternoon. Rescue said, Garrett says, rescue, they just arrested an illegal immigrant working for Amazon a couple of days ago. Well, first off, that's a conflict. You said they just arrested him that was working for Amazon a couple of days ago. So was it just arrested or a couple of days ago? I'm just picking. He had a record of drug trafficking and a lot more. I read that, and the first thing I thought of was a Dairy Queen that we used to have, because we used to have a Dairy Queen until they got busted selling dope out the drive-through, and then they shut that down, and it had been shut down ever since, up until a couple of years ago. So I was thinking, that wouldn't surprise me, having Amazon drivers, all these Uber drivers. Really, they're mules.
I saw you make that post about Patel's confirmation, and I was like, what? Wait a minute. And I had to go and look, and I saw that it was a cloture thing. And I didn't say nothing to you because I knew you'd figure it out. And I'm sure somebody else was probably going to clue you in anyway. I was going to so but it made me go look, because I was like, wow, already? But my point being is that all the time we hear news stories that change. We come into a chat, we go, oh, this just happened. And then 2 days later, it's going to be a whole different version of that story, And I know you're aware of this by the way you say things sometimes. You're like, well, that's what they say anyways. We'll see what, you know what I mean? Everybody here.
I don't know. I try to say I don't know. If it's just an opinion, I'll try to tell you it's just an opinion. This is what I think. But if it's like...
Oh, I think we've all been taught this, though. I mean, it's like we all, we're skeptical first. A little hopeful, but skeptical until we get the confirmation of what we've been told. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, hell, that's what got my attention one morning. I was literally, what was that, the Today Show? What channel was that? I think down here was Channel 2. And they came on, they said some story. I don't remember what the story was. And then by the time the missus got up and she was in the kitchen, they said that somebody else on the same program, same show, but then they repeated that story, only it was totally different. And it caught my attention. I went, wait, that wasn't what they said earlier. And I rewound it, and she heard it too. And I go, yeah, and it just made my little, it's like, it's kind of like, once you know somebody's full of shit, you kind of second guess everything they say. Well, that's kind of what happened at that moment. And that was the moment that kind of was like, I think I need to start checking on shit you people are saying. And boy, did that turn crazy. Hey, Grumpy, how are you doing? How's Yoda doing? Is she feeling all right? I bet she's getting a little sore.
I think Yoda is the only Jedi in all the Star Wars movies that died of a natural cause.
Cranky as shit. Well, then that's a good sign. If you're cranky, that means you feel it. And if you feel it, that means you're alive. Son of a gunner, forgive me. I was feeding my face in the car, Grumpy. I guess this is it. What is it that Hutch used to do? Everybody needs to stop for a minute and say hi to Grumpy. So everybody needs to stop for a minute and say hi to Grumpy.
I don't know, man. Somebody starts their name off with Grumpy, I'm probably just going to leave them alone.
Oh, Navy says that all the Jedis died of natural causes, natural to their line of work.
All right, all right. You know, there's always a different point of view, as Obi-Wan would say.
I have to call you on that one, Grumpy. Your feelings can't already be hurt because you ain't got no feelings. You can't hurt scar tissue. Eat a purple crayon. It'll be all right. I think these fools are trying to do some kind of round robin shit to try to keep from bringing that vote because they know that vote's coming.
They've all been praying to their fucking God below that he doesn't get in there. They all know it's pretty obvious. All of a sudden, there's, you know.
Oh, it's accountability. You're fixing to vote on accountability. Do I want somebody to look into my shit and hold me accountable? No.
It's the find out stage, man. Like that song you're playing, fuck around, find out. We're in the find out stage because they've been fucking around. And, you know, and all this whole time, for years, even before Trump even fucking, how long, I always knew that someday something was going to break. You can't be that corrupt forever. It's going to catch up with them. Someday it was bound to fucking catch up with them. I think we're there. We're at the precipice of that, you know.
Well, you know, just had to get the right thing to affect people. And then when you get the right people that aren't raised in that political theater, then they see things different. And that's what I said that back then when I used to. When Trump went in, that dude was a solid businessman. Well, he went in, but he had the same, you know, his view of these politicians wasn't that much different than us. Because he didn't exist in that world. He knew what he saw on the news like we did. He might just think things a little different being a business dude, but it wasn't. Then he got in there and got totally smoked, and he knows it. I mean, we had a good decent 4 years for the fight that was an uphill battle. That's why, dude, they just set him on the sidelines for 4 years and gave him 4 years to plan the next one. And this is a business dude. This is a dude who makes it a point to go and going, you know what, New York, you guys have been fucking off on that park for years. I'm going to do this shit in months. Bam. You know, I mean, you just gave him 4 years to plot. And so that's why the Heritage Foundation, that's why you hear them whine and bitch about the Project 2025. Oh, no. And it's only because the Heritage Foundation, they had set up in Florida and they were actually vetting staff members and shit. So getting ready for this because it wasn't going to be the same fight next time around.
No, so, man. You learn.
What's up, Michael?
You learn from your mistakes, right? And I think he did. I've heard him say things like the swamp was way deeper than I thought it was, you know. But look at how they persecuted him. You know, 8 years ago, the media and all the entertainment industry and everybody flipped on him, and it was fucking Orange Man bag right off the bat. And then, you know, like there's like 28 women with false allegations against him. Then there was they tried to indict him, 3 times? They tried to impeach him twice. I think they were going to try it again, you know? And it's like everybody that was against him was the right people. It showed us who our enemy was.
Well, that's because they didn't take him serious, dude. When he first mentioned it, because he had mentioned, you know, somebody needs to fix this. And then he finally said, run. And they all laughed and thought it was just going to be a joke. When he won, it freaked them out because that was an outsider was inside their shit, man. That's why they were all going against him. And that's why I said this time, that's why it's even worse because now all those people that he wasn't aware of that were able to go against him and circumvent a lot of his shit and hide shit from him, not no more of them people being replaced. That's why this position right here is a main big call. And I do want to say, Garrett, I don't know about the Ukraine. I've seen some of the Ukraine stuff. I think that's just propaganda, to be honest. I think it's because they want to promote that war over there. They don't like the fact that he's going to stop it. They want to perpetuate it.
Well, they've used lawfare against him this entire time. I wonder how many lawsuits have been opened up against him in the last 8 years.
Oh, there's no telling. Hell, they went lawfare against people. They were going after parents at school boards. They were going after people at Planned Parenthood that were just outside praying. They literally. That's why this position is what allowed them to be able to do that. This and the DOJ. Well, the DOJ's been replaced, and here comes the FBI, and all of a sudden the tables have churned. That's the way. That's why things happen.
And as JFK said, they're being scattered to the wind.
Oh, they're running like rats in the sewer, son. That's cockroaches in that crappy ass old crack house that you walk in and you shine that big old million spotlight in the kitchen. And you're like, so is anybody? And you're like, and you watch all these roaches just go. That's what's happening in Washington right now. All these cockroaches are running because this is the $1 million spotlight that's fixing to get turned on. It's the Federal Bureau of Investigation, because now you have the Federal Bureau of Investigation goes, hey, this doesn't look good. This looks illegal. Hey, Pam Bondi, would you look at this, Pam Bondi? And Pam Bondi looks and goes, hey, that looks unconstitutional and illegal. Let's file charges. And all of a sudden it's like, yeah, the tides have turned.
Well, imagine all this transparency happening at the same time that all the disclosure on, JFK, RFK, MLK, 9/11, the COVID, what else? Epstein list, all this stuff has been slated for release. Imagine the influx of shit that's going to be. I mean, if people don't wake the fuck up after all this, nothing is ever going to wake them up. They're either part of the fucking evil or they just are stupid as a fucking rock. Because it's getting pretty fucking obvious what's been going on. And the more they release and let us see of it, oh man, there won't be any reason to hold names back anymore. You know what I mean?
Yep. Wild Dragon, that link there is the actual creator's channel with the video. So I don't know if it gets any better than that. Check the resolution before you go to do it. And I think mine's set on. Yeah, I'm on 1080p is what it shows if I play it. Which I might do again here in a minute. I don't know. Really dig that song.
I do too. I like it. I mean, at first, when I first thought it was a little goofy, but it grew on me, man. It grew on me.
I don't know how many nowadays, Blackbird. I know before this, there was talk about there were trucks outside quite a few buildings, those shred trucks. But after he got into doing that executive order that everything ceases and stops, I don't know.
Dude, it made me want to get an Uncle Sam outfit. I want to get me like a red, white, and blue satin, old-timey suit with the pocket watch and the top hat and stuff. I think I'm going to get me an outfit like that.
There you go. Son of a Gunner says, y'all think there's any gold at Fort Knox? Personally, I don't think there has been for a long time. I don't know, It's kind of curious. I will say one thing that kind of I wasn't aware of with Texas history, but like our gold depository, we had a bullion depository, but apparently our bullion wasn't here for the longest time. And it wasn't until they kind of got into looking, and it was actually being stored in a Manhattan bank. And so, of course, it's not now. Now it's here in its own thing. So it kind of made me just wonder. It's like, I don't know, did we create Fort Knox and we've created all that, but it really has never been stored there. And that was just like another level of security. Like if you make everybody in the world think that that's the spot, X marks the spot, but that's really not where it's at. So I don't know, but I do like the way Trump put that, is just going, we're going to go to Fort Knox because let's see if it's there. I think everybody wants to see if it's there. And I thought, there it is. Dude. The President of the United States just flat out said that shit on the plane, right in front of the people, not scripted or nothing. It's like, damn, you just can't get more America than that.
Have you not wanted to see that shit since the 60s when the Goldfingers tried to rip off the fucking Fort Knox? There was another movie. There was about some guy. He dug a tunnel under to get to Fort Knox. I've wanted to see that shit since I was a kid.
What's up, Oops? Well, there's a film out about it. There was a documentary way back in the 70s, I think it was.
Yeah,
I see. But it was all limited access stuff.
Right, that was 1972, I think. But yeah, I've seen. I mean, currently, go in that motherfucker. Show us.
Well, you're not fixing to see everything in there anyway. That just makes security sense. If I was going to show you my gun collection, I might take that camera and I'm going to go all the way into that room, and that camera is going to go active when it's looking right inside that square of those guns, and I'm going to go, see that gun collection, man? But I'm not fixing to show you the whole entryway into that. I don't want you to know where anything is and all that. What's up, Rocksteady?
Do we still have an armored division parked right outside waiting? We used to have a whole armored division parked right outside of Fort Knox. They could have called on if they needed it.
Oh man, we got so much sensor. You can't, people think about that Area 51. You can't, you get around that fence. Somebody already knows you're around that fence. Your thermal's already been detected. The pressure sensor's already picked you up.
I'm talking Fort Knox. Fort Knox used to have an armored division.
That's what I'm saying. But see, we got technology now. Now they got sensors all around that place. The minute you're around there, you're already being monitored. There's a drone flying 35,000 feet overhead, circular, that monitors anything traffic. You do something suspicious, they can track your ass back. That's why I said I just wonder if it's really there.
I wonder that too, and I heard back in Trump's first term, I heard rumors, that he had filled Fort Knox and got our gold back. He was supposed to have acquired all this gold that was taken from us and put it back. A lot of this fucking bullshit that people have been following for years, it's not turning out the way they said it was gonna. All right.
See, that's what I want to know. I want to see that, Carl. So when they go into Fort Knox, and if they start doing this little live feed and it's like, oh, look at all these bars, how many people are going to hold the bullshitters that they've listened to for however long, telling you how it's all bullshit and it's never been there, it's all a lie? And now how many are them going to call them out for the bullshitters that they are and all the shit that they have spewed since? And I bet you it won't be many.
Well, it needs to be somebody of authority, like maybe somebody like Kash Patel, to come out and say, hey, look, this was all the disinformation you were being fed. This is the misinformation that we fed you. And this is all the propaganda that they showed you. So now you know what was bullshit. Wouldn't it be nice if somebody could do that for us? Just I mean, fuck, dude. It's like I say, we could go, we could get access to 4 places on Earth. We'll get into the Smithsonian Archives, the National Archives, the Vatican Archives, and Area 51. We go get full access to all that. We'll know all of
access to the Vatican.
Whoa.
That'll never happen.
We would know everything. All right. They couldn't, cat's out of the bag scenario.
Well, see, I personally see, I'm with you halfway, not all the way. See, like me, I don't want to see Area 51. I'm personally totally okay with our government having their spot where they can develop, test shit, and that nobody else in the world knows about it, because that's what makes us have that strength that we have, because we have the unknown. And as long as we're not out there, but the minute we start throwing things that we're out now, we're in a cloning stage now. So you develop a cool phone, and the minute it comes out, it's cloned. It's already duplicated. So it's just the longer we can keep things secret, the better.
I was right there with you about all that too. The government should be able to have a black budget and all that. But now after what I've seen, it's like, really, what did they do with it? So I would kind of I'd like to see where that black budget really went, because it probably didn't go where it was supposed to.
Oh, well, no. But then again, they didn't even really need the black budget when you look at what they're already found within no time. There's already $55 billion right out the gate. So that's without hardly any effort. So
yeah, but they used to allocate.
That's what's been funny is for decades, it's always been sold that there's some black secret agency and the black fund offshore, and man, that's how they fund all these black ops and all this bullshit story. And you're now watching that, it's like, wait a minute, that's all crap, dude. You dudes were doing this through the Department of Agriculture. You were doing it through the Department of Education. You were just throwing money through all these agencies you would come up with. I don't think there is no, I mean, the CIA has their own shit. And of course, that department might have their own little black books, but dude, $55 billion just out the gate.
I know. That's what I mean. Area 51 could be where they fucking modified Dominion voting machines for all I know. You know what I mean?
I think that's our secret place. I think that was our testing range. That was an open field we found way back at our technology level. Do what, Carl? Yeah.
But they originally said that, but even employees
it's just where we discovered, dude, our technology. The cities grew up. We didn't just like shit 300 million people here. We grew slowly, and that was one of those vast empty areas. There was not a lot of development, and they picked that as testing area, and it's just been that way ever since.
Groom Lake. I got to go there someday, man. I want to go to the border there.
I mean, I realize things are bad, but see, that's the problem, man. It's like, it's so prone to just everything has then been bad. And it's like, see, not to me, man, it's just like, I don't think there's been big plan and all this batshit crazy stuff. I think states were discovered and we've slowly evolved to where we are. I don't think this is the plan. I don't think this is the big scheme. I think we've let a political structure form their own self-controlled mafia. And now we're aware of it, and we want justice. We want accountability because we say that's wrong. But I think that it's just like that little dude with Andrew, that little Palmer Lucky dude. You know, he needs his little secret places he goes to test his shit.
They were fast tracking the New World Order, dude. We were the last bastion of freedom on this planet. They wanted to do anything and everything they could do to corrode and erode our country and take our freedoms and our Constitution and God out of the equation so the New World Order could just roll right over us and absorb us into their grand fucking plan. That's what I believe.
Well, it's evil. I mean, it's an evil thing, it's a control thing, and it's the love of money.
They bought all those politicians out and placed people in fucking, I really believe we were almost over. I think we were almost fucking taken out that way from the inside.
Well, this isn't going to like fix everything. So, I mean, I said that yesterday and I'll just say it again. I mean, according with my beliefs and the faith that I have and in the book that I read, this doesn't fix everything. This just makes it a little more comfortable while we're here. We're just trying to do the right thing because it's all going to go to shit in the first place. It's all under control for the shit that's in here. That's the word I got anyway.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time. This is just the beginning. I mean,
it ain't even going to take a long time. According to the book I read, there ain't no fixing this. The only fixing is whenever God comes back, and then that's when it gets fixed. Other than that, we're in a world full of sin. We were born in sin, and we'll be that way until the coming. I mean, that's why I said it's a belief thing. That's just why I think that.
Well, I mean, I'm not against that kind of thinking, but I think we could have a nice span of time where it gets better before that happens. I mean, I think if man made the right choices and did something about it, you know, that could be a change.
Well, you're supposed to just try to do the right thing. It's not going to fix this, but that can make life a little easier. But there's no, because there's people are people, and so that's the problem. It's people. It's humans. That's why people have gotten so used to the talk of going, those politicians, oh, those cops, oh, those doctors. It's always the group, and it's created such a big gray area. There's no self accountability. There's no character that people don't watch the character of a person and go, oh wow. As long as the rhetoric fits the narrative, that's all they needed to know. Do what, Carl?
If you leave that unchecked, you're going to end up in Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, it's the
book I read says that's what we're headed. So
I
The
think
book
there's
I
more
read kind of
people
says that we're
good,
headed down
really.
that path.
But look at how many. I mean, they couldn't even find anybody else that was good in that city. But at least, like, look at the community. Most of these people are really good people. I think there's a lot more good on than bad. I don't think bad has the market cornered yet.
No, it's not cornered yet, but it just that's why you do it. You I don't know. I tend to me, and I want to see the positive change. That video has copyright to it. Oh well, yeah. Now, if you're worried about copyright stuff, sorry. See, I don't worry about it because I'm YouTube makes enough money off of me just probably playing ads on just the lives that I do or something. So I don't. I get
I'm
copyrights on
not even.
everything I do. Sorry about
I'm
that,
not
Drake.
even.
But
I'm not
somebody
even
told me that they actually
monetized.
weren't filing on that though, Dragon. Somebody when I shared it yesterday, somebody told me that they weren't copyrighting it or something. So I don't know. But that's yeah. They want us all scared. Well, they want people to you panic, you worry, you stress, anxiety. It feeds into the big pharma. It feeds into the food. It feeds into the easier to follow. That's why it's just like when anytime you start up your YouTube, you're being fed the thumbnails that they think you're interested in. So that's everything's that way. You have to intentionally want to look outside the box. Oh shit!
I'm mighty resistant to
Oh,
that type of shit.
they're voting
I
now.
think a lot of us are mighty resistant to that bullshit.
There's the roll call vote nomination of Kash. Oh, I didn't know that was his actual full name. Kashyap Patel of Nevada to be director of the Federal Bureau of Investigations.
I'm gonna go make the rest of this day good.
There you go, brother. Be safe. Stay
Hey,
warm.
appreciate you, man.
You got it,
Everybody,
Paul.
I'll see you somewhere soon.
My brother, make it a good one. Appreciate you. Rescue lately when I go out in public, people just seem like zombies again. Like, yeah. I ain't been in a box since my mama had me. So we're 38 out of 27. I'll turn the audio on. You only usually hear it whenever they call out a name or something. I wish you could hear a lot of them conversations down
Mr.
there.
Booker, no. Mrs. Murray, no.
No. All the criminals.
Mr. Heinrich,
All the
no.
criminals vote no.
Ms. Cortez Masto, no. Mr. Rounds, aye.
Or is she like going to the store and shit? I see people walking around like they're in Wonderland. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Moran, aye.
Man, that would be wild if old J.D. Vance has to come in and do the tiebreaker.
Mr. Reed, no. Mr. Thune, aye.
It'll be good to see accountability. Rod Face?
Mr.
Rod Face?
Cornyn, aye.
Ferraz.
Ms. Warren, no. Ms. Hassan, no. Mr. Ossoff, no.
Fetterman voted no?
Fetterman. Mr. Fetterman, no.
Yep. I'm live. Yeah, I'm
Mrs.
live.
Smith. Ms. Smith, no. Mr. Van Hollen. Mr. Van Hollen, no. Mr. Markey. Mr. Markey, no.
I still think it's funny that a group of apes is called a Congress. See, but I wonder, son of a gunner, so what came first? Did we already have Congresses in our human structure? And when we discovered
Mr.
these
Coons,
groups of apes
no.
and we could decide to call them a Congress, which came first, the group of apes or the group of people?
Ms. Baldwin. Ms. Baldwin, no. Mr. Hickenlooper. Mr. Hickenlooper, no.
That's the pro versus the cons. Hey, what's up, Ross Bill? Afternoon, sir. Hopefully y'all are staying warm, bundled up. Hopefully somebody, yeah, I know, man. Oh boy, here we go. We're already at 42, 43 now. Better get them damn Republicans down there. See, this is when it matters. Yeah, me too, Pilgrim. I didn't like it. It swung in their favor right now. They need to get their ass. I get blocked if I say treason.
Mrs. Shaheen.
Treason?
Mrs. Shaheen,
Oh,
no.
I don't know. Ross said it. He didn't get blocked. That's a legitimate charge. I mean, if they don't like to hear it, that's not my problem. But I believe they already have enough votes. I don't know. Right now, it's looking 42 yays and 44 nays. So them damn Republicans need to get their ass to the floor. Treasonous bastards. I'll say it. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Yeah, right now they're voting for justice or no justice. This is their last ditch attempt to try to cover it up.
Mr. Bozeman. Mr. Bozeman, aye.
All right, 43, 44. Oh, damn, son of a gunner. Yeah, he did his little farewell speech earlier. Was talking about how his constituents and sitting there 7 times, but he wasn't going to be coming
no.
for an
Mr.
8.
Hoven. Mr. Hoven, aye.
All right, 44, 45. Come on, you fucking Republicans, get your ass down there. All them Republican staffers need to get up there and tell them to get to the floor, get to vote. America is watching, son. We are watching. Exactly, Blackbird.
Mr. Schiff, no.
You want to know which ones are the main criminals in Washington? Go look at the nay votes. Yep. Apparently, we're all going to get $5,000. Now, well, I don't put much weight on that, Ross, because according to he was asked on Air Force One last night directly about that, and he talked about a percentage, like a 20% return or something like that. He brought up a return. And I personally, I don't want no money. I want you to fix the problem. That's what I want. It's I I don't want a stimulus check. I don't want a refund check. I don't really want that. I want you to fix it. I want you to fix it, and I want you to hold the people accountable. So put the money that they would give me, put it in that fund.
Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett, no. Mrs. Capito. Mrs. Capito, aye. Mr. Wicker. Mr. Wicker,
That was the
aye.
20%, the $5,000. See, I just don't want it. Let's not perpetuate the problem. Fine, they've scammed us. We know this. It's all out. Rip the Band-Aid off the wound. Let's throw some peroxide on this shit, scrub the scab off, and let's get to healing. I don't want another Band-Aid. I
Mrs.
don't want a
Fisher.
little
Mrs. Fisher,
boo-boo.
aye.
I don't want the money. I want you to hold them accountable, and I want you to make sure that this does not happen anymore. Get rid of all that shit. That's what I want. Okay. I just don't. I don't want it. I mean, if that's what they do, it's kind of like the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America. My personal choice is leave it with the Gulf of Mexico. They call it the America. Fine, we'll call it Gulf of America. This, I prefer not to have the money. I prefer you just to hold them accountable and get rid of all these damn agencies and make sure this shit don't happen no more. Ooh, looky here, we're 47-47. That's what they say to start the economy. That's cool. I get it, but I don't know. I'll gladly take it if I'm watching. You know what? I'll use that money to buy a 75-inch screen TV just to watch the trials go down.
Mr. Cruz, aye.
Or hell, if it's a big $5,000, hell, I might even give me one of them 102 or 105-inch TVs just to watch the trials. That's all I care about. I just want to see accountability. 48-47. It's coming down. Where you at, JD? It's coming down. There you go, Ross. Buy me one of them track jobs. He voted yes, if I heard correctly. See, I think he might have been one of those that's kind of been keeping he has had his foot over there, and he's decided, you know what, America's got a wake up call. I better get my shit together. And I'm hoping he kind of gets on the righteous side. I'm telling you, man, this Ukraine thing's fixing to show a lot of shit too. Because as Trump starts getting that peace agreement to go, the more people that balk against it, yeah, that's your warmongers. That's your war machine. 48-47. Come on, dang it.
Mr. Mullen, aye.
Mr. Mullen, aye. 49-47. Come on, damn it. Oh, that Mullen, that's the dude that I was telling y'all about this morning when I knew that this was the nomination was coming today.
Mr. Lee, aye.
Aye, there's the 50. Yeah. There's the 50. Either get one more from their side or JD's coming down. Get JD on the phone.
Mr. Gallego, no.
That's okay. To hell with that, my Gallego piece of shit. How many voters are there? I think it's... Is it 52? 53? 50? Hold on, I'll look that up. So it's 100 Senate votes. So it's 50-50. But I think that we have the majority, so, but the total votes is 100. There's 100 Senate votes as each of the 50 states is represented by 2 senators. But I think the Republican Party has the majority. But, we've got the rhino pricks. And they're fixing to expose themselves even more.
Mr. Curtis, aye.
51. That should do it. That right there should do it. It's 51-48. Call that shit. Let's do it. Let's roll, home doggies. Come on, call that shit. She's tallying it up, doing the official writings. Because he'll slap that gavel. Here it comes. Nope. Come on, call that shit. Yeah, there's only one more vote to go. Unless somebody comes down and recants theirs. Exactly, Garrett. Well, that's those 48 nays are the ones that benefited from all those agency kickbacks as they funneled that money through them agencies. That's why I guarantee you, look at those 48 nays.
Mr. Whitehouse, no.
That's okay. It's official now. Call it. Him and his Mr. Whitehouse with the hand down. Well, that's okay. You can be the final nail in the coffin, home dog. Him and his dark money. I bet you when they dig into his shit, watch how dark money comes out of his.
The yeas are 51. The nays are 49. The confirmation is confirmed.
Boom, yeah.
Under the previous order, the motion to reconsider is considered made and laid upon the table, and the President will be immediately notified of the Senate's actions.
Here it comes. Slap that gavel. Woot woot. That is official. Kash Patel. Confirmed. You saw it here on the Cluckin Alamo. Yeah. Hammer time. Right, Ross, arrest somebody. I know, man. You want Trump to just come in the side with Kash Patel and go, here, let's just go ahead and do the swearing right now, all right now, and just start cuffing them up. All right, are y'all fixing to adjourn? Which he did say, let the president know. So that was the
I
official.
recognize the senator from South Carolina.
Yeah, now they're going
Thank you
on
very
with it.
much to my colleagues. We'll soon be starting what is commonly called a vote-a-rama. If you've never been in one, it's okay. But no, it's a chance to have a spirited discussion and debate about policy and about the budget resolution.
Oh,
So
you're a dick.
what's happened
Lindsey
here
Graham.
is that the Budget Committee reported out Senate Concurrent Resolution 7 that will allow through the reconciliation process the spending of money and the reduction of spending based on different committees. This resolution allows for $175 billion of border and immigration policy enhancements, but it doesn't spend a penny. It allows the Judiciary Committee and the Homeland Security Committee to come up with up to $175 billion plan to secure our border and do immigration reform. And what will happen is that those two committees, Mr. President, will work with the Trump administration to meet their priorities. There's nothing in this resolution directing one dime of spending, and no spending bill can be implemented without presidential signature. So I want to make sure that's clear. There's $150 billion in increased defense spending. Why? Because we have a lot of threats. Since the withdrawal of Afghanistan, radical Islam is on the rise. We've got a hot war with Russia and Ukraine. Israel's facing enemies on seven sides.
Punch him in the
We've
face.
provided weapons to our allies in Ukraine and Israel. We've run out of 155 howitzer rounds for a while. We've got to reinforce our industrial base. We need more money into our military yesterday to make sure that we can deter war. And if
we need Elon to get to the military.
So the $150 billion will be allocated by the Armed Services Committee. We don't direct how the $150 billion is spent. We just allow the Armed Services Committee to spend that much if they choose. They decide what to spend it on. So this idea that there's somehow money in this resolution for Ukraine or any other specific purpose is not true.
Oh,
all we do is create a number for the committees to mark up to, and it's up to the committee as to what is in the $150 billion package. And to all the colleagues here, you'll eventually get to vote on that work product. And if you don't like it,
What's up, fish
vote
sticks?
no, and eventually that work product will have to be signed by the president. So that's the way the process works. But what we're doing today is jump-starting a process that will allow the Republican Party to meet President Trump's immigration agenda through the reconciliation process. And the Democrats used this very process to pass Obamacare and the Inflation Reduction Act. We're going to use it to secure our border. We're not going to grow the government just for the sense of growing the government. We're not going to create the Green New Deal. We're going to create border security transformational in nature. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to embark on a plan to jumpstart the most transformational border security bill in the history of the United States.
Well, I hope we jumpstart a
We
plan
need
to
it
lock your
yesterday.
treasonous,
We've had
whiny
11
bitch
million
ass
people
up,
come to
too.
this
That's
country
what's up.
legally.
I'm done with him. I'm done with him. You know what time it is? It's that time.
when the storm is near. Cry all you want, we're still here. Faithful, fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful, the silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground. Censorship, lockdowns, all your control. Built your throne on a house of gold. Now you panic, now you cry. Tears don't work, truth don't lie. The games are done, the mask fell off. No more lies, we've had enough. You played with fire, now taste the flame. This time, we're naming names. Faithful, fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful, the silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground. You called us threats, you called us extreme, but we remember everything. From 24 and beyond, take your bets, 'cause guess what? We ain't done yet. Faithful, fuck around and find out. Your kingdom's crumbled, your luck ran out. Faithful, no more games, no more doubts. You lit the fire, now it's burning you down.
I like that song. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, Dusty Country Road? Big Dusty, Little Dusty. It's good to see y'all. Cover by CQ. How goes it across the pond? Y'all doing okay over there? Yeah, I can't. Man, we're on the uphill swing. America's coming back. Now, I just got to educate my little man, get him ready for his time as he grows up. Got to hold the foot to the pedal. Been a bad 2 weeks. Flu and upper respiratory. Better now. Oh, man. Thoughts and prayers, Dusty. Thoughts and prayers. I'm glad y'all are better. Excuse me. Shoot, yeah. Now, just man. The rest of the Western world needs to follow MAGA movement. They will. It will. Just like when we were created, when we were founded, and that freedom rang around the ball of dirt. Well, now that we're back, that'll ring around the ball of dirt. We just got to keep the feet to the fire. Now we need the USA hockey team to win tonight to get us a second win. Who do they play tonight? They better not boo our anthem. It ain't going to work out well for them. That's all I can say. Oh, playing Canada again. Well, better not boo that anthem. It didn't go over well last time. It won't go over too well the next time. I hope this confirmation adds another burst of flame under the fire and gets things moving. Can't wait. I'm kind of stoked. I don't live in a hopium world, but that world, I hope for the best. And so then I work and focus on here. So that's the way I view it. I think we're headed in the right direction. And that right there was man, that was a good feeling. Because they didn't get to pull the wool over that one, you know. I wonder now if the Matt Gaetz wasn't kind of like a setup, kind of like to just see who was fixing to buck the system. And then they commenced to having talks going, you realize you're going to be, what do they call that? You're going to be partied or something. I don't know. It's basically when they go in and make it a point to dump money into the opposition guy. Rescue, it's for the nation's face-off championship. Ah. Yeah, isn't it like 4 of them that play in that round? Like a round robin thing or something? Oh, this one's the final one? I might get back into watching stuff again. I don't know. It's just, I tuned that stuff out so long ago. Man, that felt pretty good. I was glad we were able to catch that. I correct my errors. I like to be legit. Don't like to just spew a bunch of shit. If I'm going to talk a line of shit, I'll tell you it's my soapbox. Apparently you can bet 77 cents. I don't know, whatever that poly market, you can bet on if Trump will cut Medicaid before July. It's like, whatever. No, he done said he ain't cutting it. Hell, Musk done said they're not cutting it. No, we don't need a cow. I got 2. Don't need a damn cow. Stop with the cows. Don't make me. Let's see. Just want to see some MMA. Well, it's hockey. That was a good show of how hockey goes, buddy. In the first 9 seconds, it's a throwdown. But see, they shouldn't have booed the anthem. That set it off, man. Shouldn't have booed the anthem. That made it wait to happen. It's like, oh, I want to boo the anthem, huh? And it's throw down, son. Hell yeah, man. We caught the confirmation live. Kash Patel. Kash Thursday. It's good seeing everybody. It's good visiting. It's a shame D-Dog couldn't make it up. Or Michael. It's good Carl came up, hung out for a little while. Pretty cool. I'm going to go make me some lunch, guys. Y'all make it a good day. I appreciate you. I think Rescue just wants the beef and butter. The big steaks. I'm going to go do some lunch. It's good seeing everybody. Hey, maybe I'll see y'all in the morning. Make your day a good day. You're the one in the driver's seat. You get to decide what you want to put in and what you want to put out. Right on. I appreciate y'all. Take care, everybody. Peace. We got Kash Patel in the house. That's what's up. Cash Thursday. America. We're back.
I ain't here tomorrow. If the good Lord says it's my time to go, I don't see that morning sunset. There's some things I need for you to know. The truck is yours if you want it. It'll run forever if you treat it right. When you think of me on some back road, that's because I'm right there by your side. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Hey, everybody, just be sure, make your day a good day. The Creator put us here.
Don't let life turn the bitter.
I appreciate y'all.
Don't be ashamed to bow your head. Take it easy on the liquor. Remember what it did to your granddad. Yeah, you're gonna get your heart broke, but a couple of tears don't make you weep.
Hey, Shane.
Gonna find that girl got made just for you. Knows what he's doing, wait and see. Chase your dreams until you catch on. Leave your doubts in a cloud of dust. You can't ever love too big. You can't call your mom too much. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Hope you don't forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Just remember, you just show up, you do the work, you lead the way, you be the change, be the example. And if you feel empty, feel things are real bad, hit your knees. The Creator waiting. He'll talk with you.
Keep the shotgun in the family. Raise your babies by the book. And keep my picture in your wallet. Keep your car keys on a hook. Do your best to get it right. Forgive yourself when you don't. Please don't ever forget how much I love you. I ain't here tomorrow.
Hey, you were created in God's image. You're capable of doing what you put your mind to. You need to find that inner strength. Ask God. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make it a good day. Stay warm, stay dry, stay alert. Freedom. America's back, baby. Peace.